Hello and welcome to episode 131 of NaijasGeekingOut, your favorite comic book podcast with a Niger twist. Thank you for joining us today. Today, we have a very trimmed down squad. Yes, we've gotten rid of a lot of fat. So this week, you will only be having the esteemed host, Dapo. Dapo, how are you doing?
I'm very good.
Okay.
Glad to be. It's just me
Okay.
and you,
Yes.
the two intellectuals
I
of,
agree.
of the group. You know, we
I
don't need all
agree.
the riffraff
All the
around
noise.
us.
Yeah. We're kidding, guys. And of course, me cakes. Yeah, great to have you guys here today. Today's a very special episode. It is episode 131. And we're going to be talking about a movie that I don't know. Did we have a lot of hopes for that were initially? Before I say anything with the movie?
I was. I mean, I had
Okay.
hope simply because I liked
Yeah.
one and I
Okay.
liked two, and
Okay. Okay.
I like James Gunn. I don't
Okay.
think there's anything he's done so far that I'm aware of that I've not liked.
Okay. Fair
So
enough. Fair enough.
I had hope. I had great hope. So.
Okay. Okay. I was very on the fence.
Okay.
Yeah, I was very on the fence. And this is less about James Gunn and more about the quality of stuff that has been coming out of the MCU factory. And
Understood.
guys, if you haven't worked it out, we're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Yes. So this dropped May 5th. And today is it May 5th? Yeah, May 5th. And today is May 8th. So it's been about what 3-4 days that it's been out. And so we've all been seeing it, and we decided to bring it to you guys as we normally do. So because we know you have been waiting eagerly to hear our thoughts and to share yours as well. Okay, so let's jump right in. I don't want to talk about any comic book news, anything. I want to jump right into.
So no news, straight in.
There's no point.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's
And
jump right
just
in.
to let everybody know, we have a kind of
Yes.
2-hour mark cut off. Once it's 2 hours,
Yes.
hopefully it won't be that long, but just in case.
Hopefully. Hopefully we're aligned enough to just push through.
Yeah.
And we're doing something different, a little different this week, guys. So we have got we've got some friends on the podcast who actually want to call in and drop their review as well, just to let us know, this is what they thought about the movie. And so I believe we've got, anyway, I don't want to call their names yet, but one starts with a K, one starts with an O. But they'll be joining us shortly, and they are friends of the podcast. So we want to hear what they thought about the movie, and then they'll give us their review and score out of 5, as we always do.
Yep.
Right. I want to go first.
Okay, go.
Right. So this is the third installment in Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. So the movie picks up after the events of the Christmas special, after Endgame, Christmas special. Yuck. That one. You said there's no James Gunn. I hate that stuff. Yuck. So it comes after Endgame, comes after the Christmas special, and comes after Love and Thunder. Double yuck. So we get reintroduced to at the start to Peter, who is like missing Gamora basically, and is really down in the dumps. The Guardians have their official headquarters in nowhere.
Yep.
And they're going about kind of their daily business when they get attacked, right? So I'm not going to tell you who attacks them. I know you can probably work it out, but this is a non-spoiler section. The attack results in this quest, right, for the Guardians to save the life of one of the family. Yep. And along the way, we meet new villains, old villains, new heroes, old heroes in this race to save this Guardian's life. In this latest final installment of the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. And that's it. From a high, 30,000 feet point of view, without spoiling anything, that's essentially what happened in this in the movie. So, can I kick off?
Yeah, fire away, Cakes.
I'll just start with. I'm almost always last in these things, but I want to go first this time because I want to set pace. Let me start with what I liked in this movie. Yep. Okay. No, let me start with what I disliked. So, for one, I did not like the ship. The Bowie.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I did not like the ship at all. It's of the first, This is because every movie they change the ship.
Yep.
So I like the first one. I like the Milano. I like the second one.
What was that called?
The Ventador.
Yep.
I liked that one. This third one, the Bowie, I don't like it. I don't
Okay.
like the design at all. So okay, let me start with that. I don't like the ship.
Okay.
For in the movie, some of the physics is a bit wonky-ish. Yeah, there's some bit where they're going to space, and you know, people get jettisoned into space, and I don't expect them to explode or freeze immediately, but
Yeah.
the the
You
changing
question
into
you question how long
it
the
would
survival.
take,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
one would survive and
Yeah. Okay.
recover from an ordeal like that.
I have
Although
some
we
comments
can,
on that, but I think we could say
yeah,
that for a spoiler. Okay,
yeah,
that's fine.
let's see for
Yeah,
spoiler. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I have a way around for that one as
yep,
well, and they're all essentially aliens anyway. But even the Terran, Peter
yep.
Quill is. So let's not go into that too much. Some of the music is a bit heavy. It's a very music heavy movie, even more than the other two. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely.
I have got a comment on that. I have a comment on that as well.
Okay, good. I loved it, but it is quite heavy. Like even while watching it, I was like, okay, there's no need for music here and no need for it to be that loud. So I think you
Yeah.
could just play a bit in the background. I think overall the soundtrack for this movie was like 17 songs for the soundtrack.
Okay.
And I like most of those songs. I even before the movie came out, I was listening to it on Spotify, and so when it was playing, I was enjoying it, but I could see where it was overpowering in some scenes. Animal torture in this movie, if it's very heavy, it's very heavy. It makes sense, but I don't even know if I would call it a dislike. I would just say be wary going in if you're sensitive to stuff like that. There's a significant amount of animal torture, I would call it. Yes,
Okay.
but it has a place in the movie. Given
Yeah.
the themes that are being handled in the movie, the central character, the main villain, it makes sense. But if you're squeamish, there are some bits. What else I didn't like? The changes in tone in this. So it goes
Okay.
very easily from ha 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 to deathly serious to ha 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 again. So someone's talking about something that something traumatic, and then we switch to another scene, and it's two people goofing off or three people goofing off, and
Yep.
yeah. So some of that, yeah, potentially. Now those are my dislikes. I think I have maybe 6. The shape,
Okay.
the
Okay.
physics, the music, animal torture 5, and changes in tone.
Okay.
So I want to talk about what I do like now.
All right. All right. Okay. Go for it.
Character arcs and growth of each character.
Okay.
I love the way it felt in this movie, quite organic. Like there were people that we met 10 years ago, and we've been on an adventure or adventures with them.
Yep.
Not just theirs, but where they're appearing in Infinity War and Endgame and Love and Thunder and whatever. But we see the growth of each one of them, and we see how they've gone from being a band of misfits to this is the most genuine family in the MCU.
Yep.
Way more than the Avengers. The Avengers are like a unit, like a military unit, basically. But these guys are a family. So I like the growth of each. I think the only person that didn't get shine in this movie, perhaps I would say, is Groot. And I would say didn't get shine, but didn't get any opportunity for us to dig deeper. And that's fine. It doesn't hurt, but we get it from everybody else. So, the character arcs and their growth of each one. The villain of this movie is right at the top for me.
Okay.
He's bullied his way, and this is continuing. When I saw him in the costume at Comic-Con, I was like, I do not like the look of this. He had a very RoboCop-ish, Peter Seller stretched face look, but in the movie he's amazing. Even when he's having it up, I think he's top 3 for me now.
Oh wow.
Villains, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Oh wow.
Because maybe top 5, because I've got Thanos, I've got Loki, I've got Jake Gyllenhaal, Mysterio. And honestly, the High Evolutionary, I just can't think of number 5 now. But yeah, I mean, he's straight up there. I love the costumes. Their costumes have changed.
Oh yes.
And I love when they wore the uniform. I loved
it was the latest one in the comics, and it was very accurate, and it looked good. Yeah, I agree.
It's also the one that they wore in Annihilation. The one with the
correct.
slides. God, it's beautiful. It's Oh my gosh, it's amazing. So I love the costumes. I love the pacing overall. It's a long movie,
Yep.
but I never felt
Two and a half,
tired. Two
hours,
and
I
a
believe.
half.
Yeah.
Did not feel it at all throughout the whole movie.
Okay.
So I love that. The emotional beats of this, I don't know if our friends would say it's emotionally hefty.
Okay.
It hits you in the chest. Quite a few. Sorry, I feel like I'm going on and on and on.
No, that's
Let me
fine.
just,
That's fine.
the music. I know I complain about the music, but I love the music. So I'm complaining on your behalf that you might not like it, but I loved it. So the music is actually one of the things that I love. The script, I thought as well. I thought it was a tight script from why they were doing what they were doing, how it tied into the past and how it sets up what their future is going to be like. Very brilliant. Again, I'll mention the true theme of family in this, that you genuinely feel that these are people that they would die for each other, and not because this person is my comrade. Like, you get that Steve would go to bat for Natasha or Clint or Steve or Tony, but they're not his family.
Yeah.
They're his comrades. They're like, we go to war together. I will die for you. But here, they're making dumb decisions simply because I can't let that guy die. All of us could die. Now, I complain about the changes in tone within the movie.
Yep.
I'm going to praise the changes in tone within the movie now. I'm going to praise the fact that sometimes it brings me down. It brought me down. And then there'll be a moment of levity that will bring me up again. Okay. And sometimes it's just a simple thing like the music, where, Beastie Boys, No Sleep in Brooklyn comes up, and you just feel like pumped up again. Or, it's the switch in, someone's leaving, and then the music that comes up is Florence and the Machine's Dark Days Are Over, and gosh, this film. Voice work and voice acting. Motion capture, again. The cameos, again. The cheese. It's a cheesy film. But thankfully, I like cheese. I love cheese. I like goat cheese, feta cheese, brie, whatever, mozzarella. I'm a cheese fan. So it suited me to a T. I'm just waxing on and on. And by the end of this film, you get the sense that there's a changing roster as well. So if you notice, even in the movie, from the first one, in part 2, at the end, the roster has changed when Nebula has joined them.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, and then there's a change at the end of this one as well. So there's some leavers, joiners, movers. And then
JML.
And then the movie, exactly, JML. Yeah. The movie closes the loop. So I cannot continue to wax on and on and on and on and on about this film because.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you've given without spoiling.
Yeah, without spoiling, I've tried.
You've given your views on it.
I've tried to.
So without spoiling, and guys, we are going to get into spoilers.
Yes, but this is an old spoiler section for now.
And what I'll do is I'll try and follow your format.
Okay. What you didn't like?
What I did not like.
Okay.
And this is going to be almost a polar opposite of you.
Okay.
I did not like the music.
Okay.
I did not hate it. I just did not like it. Mm-hmm. It was the music choice for me is totally not my music at all. I enjoyed the music choices in 1 a lot.
Okay.
In 2, I honestly can't remember what they were.
There was a lot of Fleetwood Mac in the second one.
So I'm thinking 2 was like meh to me because I can't remember anything about it.
Okay.
And in this one, I actually found some of them annoying.
Okay.
So I know for a fact that I didn't like this music, and I think the only choice I liked was literally the last one they made, which is a callback.
Yes, it's a callback. Yes,
callback to the first. So music did not like.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Okay. Yeah.
I've watched this film twice.
Yes.
And I will explain a bit more in detail why I had to watch it twice when I get to the spoilers.
Okay.
So this film is an emotional film. That's what it's trying to be.
100%. 100%.
They did not get me at all.
Okay.
I saw the efforts. I saw the attempts.
Yes.
For some reason, my soul said, "Not today, bitch." I kind of.
Yes.
and we'll get into it in a minute, but I did feel for the main character, but not to the point I think they wanted me to get to. And this will play into some other things I'm going to mention later on. So those now, you mentioned the villain.
Yes.
I actually like the villain onto literally maybe the last few scenes with him.
Okay.
And there was a switch in how he carried on that I thought let what had come before down, in my view.
Okay.
And I'll talk more about that. I enjoyed him for like say 80% of the performance.
Okay.
But the last 15%, I thought, oh God, why? Oh, I didn't like that choice at all.
Okay.
But I'll expatiate on that.
Last 20%.
Yes, last 15 to 20%. Yeah, I didn't like.
Okay.
To be honest, it's one particular scene I did not like, and
I think I know the scene, but let's go. Yeah.
So I'll speak more about that.
Okay.
This film
What else
makes me realize? Okay, so I'm still on
dislikes. Yes.
Now, to be honest, beyond that, I don't have many more dislikes. I have one big overall issue, and I can't even call it a dislike.
Oh, okay.
And to me, this is the core of what's made me go and watch it the second time, if I'm being honest. But I can't talk about that without talking about spoilers.
Okay.
No, actually, I can. No, I can.
Do you want to hold it and then we go to spoilers, or
no? Okay, no. Let me mention it because
it's up to you. Okay.
It doesn't matter anything.
Okay.
I liked a lot bits of this film, like a lot, but it felt like I went to the market. I went and bought the top grade ingredients, like 10 top grade, top notch. Then I made a soup, and it was not more than middling.
Okay.
And I did not know why. I thought, no, this is truffles.
Yeah.
This is this is olive oil. But I felt when it all came together, when the stew came together, it did not taste as great as I felt it should. So that's my overall feel. Now, what did I like? So I mean, because I want to get into spoilers very, very quickly. What did I like? I love the visuals. I love the visuals of this film. I actually think James Gunn set the style for MCU cosmic looks.
Yeah.
And I'm glad he did.
Yeah.
Because it's nice. It looks bright. I just love everything.
Beautiful. It looks beautiful. Yes.
And he was able to also give different styles to when in different places. So in here we visit a few different areas.
Yes.
There's one particular place we visit that I will mention when we get to spoilers. That looks very different, and I like how he presented that, and the thought he goes into how the tech of certain areas should look.
Yeah,
loved it a lot. What else did I like? I liked the way they filmed the action in this. And I felt it was a bit different from anything I've seen before.
No, I'm with you there because I was like, I know I haven't seen this before.
Okay, good.
And Gunn is not the best action filmer, like, he's not the Russo's type level, or even Whedon, to be honest. When Whedon is happy, but this movie, I was like, oh my God, like we're thinking the same scene.
Yeah. And
I was like,
the way I looked at it, what I think he did differently, and I'm going to try to explain this, and hopefully it makes sense to filmmakers, because I'm not a filmmaker, so I'm using my noob language.
Okay.
Especially first opening scene, the fight scene seemed to be filmed up close and personal. So normally when most superhero films, the camera's far back and you can see the action. Sometimes it gets slightly closer, but this one seemed the closest up to the fight scene. So you're seeing the two antagonists going to each other, and it's really close in your face. And I felt the heft of the battle when they did that. I loved that a lot. So I got no qualms about it. So I enjoyed the fight.
He did that in the Suicide Squad when Peacemaker was fighting with Flag.
Actually, I think he did. You're right.
He did that.
So, but in the MCU, I think this is the first time I've seen that. Anyway, I liked it.
You liked it. Okay.
I liked it a lot. I like the fact you've touched on the family bit. I love the family bits.
Yeah.
I'll come to one particular character in this film, who's a new character in this,
Yeah.
and I have a few words to say about him. not good. But I might be making excuses.
Okay.
For this particular character. Now,
I started out not liking, and then by the end I liked. But go on.
Now, I've just realized clearly. And I think I kind of from the second movie, I know I like this person, but in this film, I think this is my favorite.
She was amazing.
Who do you think I'm talking about?
Nebula.
No, she's my second favorite.
Oh,
I've just realized Mantis is my favorite character.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
I almost anything she says, anything she does, cracks me up. Even when she's angry, I'm a Mantis stan. Yeah, so I really enjoyed it in this. You mentioned Nebula. I think Nebula's been great for a while, even in Infinity War.
Yes.
I think Nebula's been great. I think she
got shine here. Like,
yeah. And I think if you look at the, I don't know why I'm splitting them into male and female. If you look at the female, I will put, for me, Mantis is my favorite now. Nebula is a close second.
Yes.
Gamora is good, but she's never really.
So
yeah, go on.
The first one did not like Nebula at all. Did not like Zoe Saldana as Nebula at all. Nebula is supposed to be more capable.
As Gamora, you mean?
As Gamora. What did I say? As who? Sorry.
As Nebula. You said as Nebula.
As Nebula, sorry. Yeah, as Gamora. Sorry. Yeah. As Gamora, I thought she wasn't capable enough. The second movie, I still thought she was not. It didn't feel real to me. I don't know why. I'm not a Zoe Saldana fanboy. I think that's the thing. But this movie, she won me over completely. Okay. But sorry, go on. No, I won't say until we go to spoilers.
Yeah. So overall, I think that's it for me. Okay. So I don't really have anything to say without really getting into spoiling the movie. So should we just go to spoilers? Are we doing our ratings now? Before
100%.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you go first, please?
Absolutely 1000%. 4.85 out of 5. I want to go on the record to say this is my favorite MCU movie.
Okay. Oh, wow.
This is my personal favorite MCU movie I have ever seen.
Right.
And because of that, I have been very, very calm and chill online as well. Because I don't want to get into it. I'm not arguing that, it's the best. It's not. This is my favorite.
Your personal favorite. Yeah, that's fair enough.
MCU movie. I thought about it, my personal favorite. I thought about it while watching the movie. I was like, am I getting carried away? But by the end, I was like, nah. It's not
right.
So it's a 4.85, which is the highest I've given any movie since we started this podcast.
That's a strong score. It's a very strong score.
It's deliberate.
I'm very scared that you might. I'm scared that you might come through this screen and beat me up when you get
the fact that you said you didn't, the emotion didn't hit you.
Yeah,
I prepared myself. For myself. Go on.
After second 2 viewings, because I was going between 6 and 7. That's almost. Oh God, I can't give it a 6. It seemed too low. I thought I don't want to give it a 7 because I did not feel it that way, and I had to watch it twice. So I've come down. So in terms of out of 5, this is going to get a 3.25.
Yes,
for me. So I'm giving it a 3.25.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
But I know for a fact that some people will love this, and I think some people will love it. And I also know some people might say it's meh. I can see, and I can see both sides of the argument. If I'm being honest, for this,
I can see the meh argument or they were trying too hard argument.
And I think to me that's a core of where my meh comes from. That if you don't get hit by the emotion that they're going for, you might go, oh, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so so 3.25.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so we are going to now transition into the spoiler section.
Yes. And basically, can I just say something?
Fire away.
So guys, we're going to go into the spoilers. Carl, I can see you waiting in the studio room. We're gonna let you in a minute to give you a view. So don't worry, hold on for us. So yeah, we've got one of our guests is already waiting for us in the green room, in our green room. Right.
Okay.
Now go on, Kex. Spoilers.
No. I was literally going to say that we're moving into spoilers now. And do we want to pull Carl in first, or do we want to talk our spoilers first, or how do you want to do this?
Actually, since Carl's here, let's get Carl in. So I'm going to pull Carl in right now.
Okay.
I hope he's ready and he's decent. I said, is he decent?
Hey, Carl, what's up?
And he's wearing a Superman shirt. What's going on?
Hey guys, what's going on?
We're good. We're good,
man. Good. How you doing?
I'm good. I just got off work, so I'm in my car. I'm on my way back home now. So,
okay.
But I just had to make out time to join the what you guys are doing, and give my own opinion, my own take on the Guardians movie.
Right. So
of course, I already said what I had to say on the I already said what I had to say on the forum on the meltdown. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was awesome. I had the blast from start to finish. I've seen it twice. All right.
Okay. Oh,
and
wow.
It was even better on my second viewing. Yeah, it's my favorite of the three. My best in the trilogy, and I think it really this movie really elevates the Guardians trilogy up there with with Captain America and with Captain America trilogy and even the Avengers movie. It's that good. The soundtrack was really good. I loved what they did with Rocket's backstory and everything, and how his people were killed and I was experimented on. And it was just lovely, and I think I was into what you were talking about, the visuals. That was a big deal. As in, I think Gunn really went all out. As in, he really took time, and he just made it really special. So yeah, it was fun. I loved it. I totally enjoyed it from start to finish. Big win, and I'm so happy that it was Gunn that was behind this. It's just given me so much confidence going forward for what?
For DC. Is that right?
Superman Legacy in particular. Superman Legacy in particular.
Right. Okay.
That's what I'm going for.
That's cool. So, can I ask you a question, Carl? Because me and Kex were talking about the characters we like the most. In this film, who was the strongest character for you? Out of the Guardians.
Who was the what?
The strongest character in the movie for you.
Strongest. Well, when you say strongest, what do you mean strongest?
Well, for me, I enjoyed Mantis the most, and then followed by Nebula, just for her performance. And okay. I think the character that I enjoyed seeing the most was Rocket for me. As in, Rocket it was like Rocket that kind of made this movie. As in, he was the high for me, and I think. Rocket. It was Rocket. I enjoyed all of them, but I think Rocket was like the high point for me. I really enjoyed Rocket. Okay. Also, another question. What did you think? Because I think this is where me and Ket will fight. What did you think about the High Evolutionary overall? The villain of the film.
Man, that was... I think I liked the take on the High Evolutionary. I liked that. It was fun. I liked it. It was really good.
Okay.
I liked it, and I'm really keen on seeing how far they go with that going forward. And it has really piqued my interest. I think I'm going to go back into reading comics on those guys again because I enjoyed them. I enjoyed the take on the High Evolutionary. It was good. I loved it.
Oh, excellent. Kex, you got anything? I can see you smiling like a Christmas.
No. I'm just like no. I'm just listening. Because like you said, like it's a movie that will, I wouldn't even say divide people, but you can understand someone liking it, loving it, and someone not liking it so much. And either way, it's like, oh yeah, okay, that's fair. Like I can't say the person is wrong on any take. I'm like, okay, it's fair. Yeah. So
excellent.
Right, what was your overall score for the movie out of 10?
So we do out of 5, but I mean you can title it by 2. So
Okay,
Ket,
you did out of 5.
yeah. So Ket gave it a shockingly high score of 4.85. I think he said
it's the highest I've rated any movie, even No Way
Wow.
Home was not a
he said it is his best MCU film. That's what he said.
Correct.
That's his best MCU
better
film.
than Endgame, Infinity War, and
much
really
better than those.
wow. And you know it's funny because a lot of people share that sentiment. A lot of people I spoke to or interacted with, they feel it's the best entry in the MCU so far. I mean, maybe besides Winter Soldier, because I still feel that's the best entry in the MCU. But I feel it's up there. It's really up there.
So I gave it a 3.25, which out of 10 is equal to 6.5. Is what I gave it. So Cal, what's
so just a little above average.
Yes, just a bit above average. Yeah. Well, I don't think 6 average. To me, a good film is 7 and upwards. I don't think it's a bad film, but I don't think it's a good. Well, it's a good film.
I'm very glad we did not watch this film together.
You're beating me.
So I get it. So
Carl, out of 5, what would you give it?
I'll give it a 4.5. Not as high as Keck, but 4.5. It was really good. You know, I think maybe it's because of what we've been getting from the MCU recently, especially Phase 4.
Okay.
Personally, I did not really enjoy anything in Phase 4 so far. Even No Way Home, Multiverse of Madness they were just there. So this was like a breath of fresh air. This was like, you know, like getting back to form, like phase 2 form, you know, Phase 1, Phase 2. So that we're getting back, you know, to where we were before. So I'm sure maybe if we're getting the same quality movies we're having in Phase 1 and Phase 2, maybe this wouldn't be so high because you would have, you know, really good stuff to compare it to. But I don't know, it just really, really did it for me. As in, I enjoyed it. I saw it once, I went back, I saw it again. And I'm not going to see it a third time. That's how good it is.
Oh wow. Okay. That's glad to hear it. Anything else you want to add, Carl? I mean, it's great having you on. Anything else you want to add before you leave us?
Yeah, it was great being here with you guys. I hope you do this for the Legacy. I hope you give me like an hour to give my review on Legacy when it drops. And even before Legacy, Flashpoint, Dapo. You have to do this for Flashpoint. And I have to be on here for Flashpoint. If you can get Daniel on here, you know, get Daniel, get myself, get as many people on this thing as possible. We have to do it for Flashpoint.
Listen,
for sure.
Flashpoint, you want to
make it happen. Make it happen.
It's gonna happen.
We will do that. We will do that. Don't worry, Carl.
Yeah. Nice one, guys. Nice one.
Thanks, man. Thanks so much for joining.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, peace.
All right, see you, man.
Yeah, guys, that was the great Carl himself. As somebody said in the comments, life in color.
And it's true. Like I mean, I could tell from his review that he clearly enjoyed it. And he makes such a good point. Go on, sorry.
No, okay, so that's two against me.
and he makes such a good point in terms of the trilogies because genuinely, I know Tunde doesn't like the first and the second. I'm not sure. I think Red doesn't like one of them as well of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. But for me, they've been on the steady up. So the first one, and I do remember that when the trailer for the first one dropped, I was like, I don't know how you're going to make me care about Rocket Raccoon. Because I knew from the comic books, I was like, this is such a misfit group. I don't know how you're going to make me care. But somehow he was able to do it. I mean, dance off be damned. People don't like the dance off. I don't mind the dance off.
I actually think I think
it was a novel way of taking out a bad guy.
I think the first one is my favorite movie. And the only slightly sour note, and I don't think even sour, I just say it's the dance off, you know. But even that, I had no issue with while I was watching it. So
I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it.
Cool.
I didn't mind it. Okay, so can we go to spoilers, or should we pull it? Is Oluwale in the?
Oluwale he's in the green room. He's waiting. What is it? The
Pull him in,
guru
pull him
rating?
in, pull him in.
Should we pull him in? Okay, let's
Please.
bring him in. Let's bring him in.
Yes, yes.
Hello,
Yo!
Sadapo.
All right, guys.
What's good, my G?
I'm good. Been good.
It's great to have you on. You know.
Same here. Thank you guys for bringing me on.
No problem.
So
Thank you for
let me
bringing me on.
dive right into it. So, question, Oluwale, have you seen this movie?
Oh yes, I have. I saw it on Friday, which was the day after it opened in the cinemas. Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna go on Thursday, but I couldn't. Friday was when I went. Cinema was so. I think there's this thing going around in cinemas now where people leave the front seats alone and just stay in the middle to the back. So it's like nobody. It's like every other cinema was full, apart from the front seat.
Yep.
Like those first four, everybody. If it wasn't from the middle up, nobody wanted to sit there. So
to be honest, I've never actually been a front.
I would never ever sit in front.
I've never been because I feel you have to crank.
If the first 4 rows are only what's left, I will go and find another viewing. I never do it. I like middle to the back. Same as well.
Yeah, I got the extreme one. That's how it went for me. So yeah.
Did you go alone?
That's how it went. Oh yeah, I went by myself. Yeah, I went by myself. You know.
Nobody will be asking you questions.
Oh no! I was not going to expect anybody. No, I just went by myself. No. I didn't want anybody to ask me anything. I just went by myself. It saves me. And when I go to movies, especially a movie I know I want to like take a look at, I just go by myself because I'm one of those people. I don't do popcorn and drinks. I don't want to have no pee break. I just want to go and watch and go home. So
focused. You want to be focused.
Yeah, focused. Yeah. I know now there are some cinemas like I don't know if you have that in the UK, like Alamo. They bring all their so they have like popcorn. They bring everything to you. Yeah. So that one, if it's that one, So all those kind of things. But there's some you have to come out. I don't do that. The one I went to was Evo. So I just said this ones don't have the self-serve. They don't have the waiting service. So I was like, no.
Okay.
So how did you find the movie?
Okay, so let's put it this way. Okay, cool. I mean, so for me, I like the movie. Love will be an extreme, but I like the movie. For me, I'll say when I watched the movie, I could agree when I was listening to what Darko was saying about some of the music. Now, the music wasn't bad. I just felt they were just not necessary. They were overpowering in some places. I felt they were not necessary. Let me not say they were not necessary. If there was like, so for example, I'm a big K-drama buff. Now, one thing about the K-drama industry is when they bring in music.
Sorry, can we kick this guy off? No.
There's something I have to say. There's a way they tastefully use music. They don't. It's not in your face. The music is there. Like they'll just put it for like 20 seconds, and by the time you're about to like the song, it's gone.
Okay.
So if you don't Shazam quick, you're lost.
Okay.
But in this one, I think James Gunn was kind of happy that, okay, I'm done. I'm about to say goodbye to this folks. I'm just going to load you guys my playlist.
He was feeling himself.
Yeah, of course.
He enjoyed himself. There were some, I won't call them excesses, but you could feel there was a part like he was enjoying himself to a point whereby he was just like, I'm just going to have fun with this movie. Yes. This is my, whatever is the last one or whatever.
The man started this film. He started this film when he was in the draft stage. I think he had a 141 song draft.
Wow.
That he had. So you can imagine he had to down 141
songs.
And would play
everything.
every type of these songs. You did get a bit.
He I felt he just wanted to give them best hits this one. So the beginning scene, it went well with me. And now when I heard, because before I went to the movie, I heard people say, "Oh, you're gonna cry." I was like, is it not me? I got in there. I finished the movie and I was asking myself, like, where is the part that made people cry in this film? Because I knew I could see the parts they were trying to get to, but I want to say something very interesting. If, as a Nigerian, you've seen enough goats and chicken being killed. not really going to get touched. You're really not going to get touched about that stuff because as far as I was concerned, I'm like, oh, they're cutting them. I'm just remembering like one market somewhere in Lagos. I'm like, this literally goes meat, but the only difference is there's no experience. You know, so bushmeat. So in my mind, I was just like,
can I just say something, right?
Yeah.
When I watched this, I was telling Kex, I didn't get. I saw when they tried to get me with emotion. I could see
they could not get me.
But they could get me. But me, I'm not as callous as you. The way you really describe it is way more callous than me.
No, honestly, I feel like anytime I feel like if anybody would want me to cry in a movie, make sure I never hear about any emotion in the movie because once I hear it made you cry, my mind just goes into never. So it can't be me. I can't pay money and come and be crying. Like no way, I have to secure my phone.
That's what Kex pays his money for.
Right. I don't even miss it. I'm able to cry. Yes, please.
They've tried. They've tried. So I looked at it from that way. So I saw the part where they tried. I mean, I could see the emotional themes. It was there, and I liked the tonal shifts. It was very tasteful. I know, and there was something you said Akbar, at the beginning, like you could tell that outside of this movie, these people like themselves.
Yes.
Like even when, because I was watching all their interviews from the one they went to Paris and everything, you could just see that they like this man, which was reflective of an incident which we'll not speak about. Like, when something happened to the director, and you could see that, you could tell it was evident in this movie. Even when Gamora was the alt Gamora, you could still tell, like, that there was this cohesion among all of them. I'll say for me, then apart from that, I'll go into like the High Evolutionary. You could see his Broadway attributes, like the way he stood, his mannerisms, his control. For me, like I felt he embodied that whole idea of crazy. I like the fact that
he's a mad scientist. Go on.
I like the fact that they didn't try and create a redemption arc for this guy, because one of the problems with Marvel is the fact that let's give him a chance. There's no empathy with this guy. Like I think my favorite scene in this movie was when Peter Quill went to meet him. I was telling him, a perfect society does not have this, and I was like, oh yeah, that's true. That's why we restart. And there was no countdown. It was just instant. Boom, planet gone. I was like, this man is mad. I mean, this is what you call a villain. No joy, zero empathy. No, there was no, he's a child. Like even when it was completely, even when a Rocket, baby Rocket was asking him, like, what happened to Layla and everything. You looked at the guys. When he turned back, like, when he turned around, I felt you would have thought like the guy was about to be like, bring them along. The man was like, burn them. Like, it was just like, the man was just rad. Like, no, and it was just like, it was straight up merciless. Even when like his comrades wanted to like overthrow him, I just wiped them and kept on walking. I was like, this is a villain. No, we don't need backstory. We just need.
We don't need
backstory. Just wickedness. This is what Kang should have been.
Okay, go on.
No offense. This is how Kang should have been. Joy.
Have you got a feeling that there was a bit of an allegory to lab testing, animal testing, and the scientists who put lipstick on animals in real life? I don't know.
To me,
because if you look at
I
it,
can see that.
If you look at it, I'm sure that's how they treat those animals as well. I'm sure they would, they would kill them off once, if they needed to be, without any emotions and all that kind of stuff. Now, talk about High Evolutionary. I said to Kex earlier before you came on all of that.
Yeah,
there was a 15% part I did not like, and it's literally one scene towards the end where he started screaming. I did not like that.
Everybody spoke about that. everybody spoke about that. But then I think I listened to like, so I think most of the major reviewers, like I don't call them major reviewers, let's just say a couple of the ones that have a lot of subscribers, like the Kristen Harloffs, Campia, one other guy, maybe Real Rejects. One of the things they were saying was like just screaming, but somebody else explained it that for somebody who's that unhinged,
he's mad. I don't
screaming now. Maybe if,
that he was using to go after 89P13.
Yeah,
never called him anything else apart from that designation.
That part is true.
When he was losing his mind and he was like, okay, I've made these new creatures here that their physical and mental acuity is next level. But what is it that they are doing? Roots memorization.
Yep.
There is no genius there. He lost his mind that creature that escaped from me, I will kill this whole galaxy to get that creature back.
No,
that kind of person cannot be calm.
No, I understand. No, don't get me wrong. I understand him getting angry. I just did not like the way he acted the anger. It went. I think to me, suddenly it became standard villain shouting.
But I think that's where his Broadway came in. I feel that's where his Broadway came in. Like, Broadway, sometimes when they're in, for anyone who, like, when they're doing a lot of emphasis scenes, there's always this, they always shout. So I feel like that's where he brought it in. Now, I feel like what would have helped is maybe when they were like doing the mixing of the audio, if they just like kind of dropped it a little, that might have helped. It was not like he was loud, that he was ear ringing and annoying, but he was there. For me, so I understand that 15% scene we're talking about, but everything apart from that, you could tell this guy his ego was like unhinged. Like when you make somebody taller than you, you create somebody taller than you, you bring a stool to stand on just to make sure that you will not look down on me. Like you could see the themes James Gunn was going for, like, I'm not going to look up to you. You're going to look at me. Like is either you're my height or I'm taller than you. You cannot be taller than me. I'm just like.
Can I make a point on that one?
Man,
it's funny, and this is why I like Gunn, and I think he's a genius, because in the comics, the High Evolutionary engineered himself to be taller than almost anybody around.
Yeah, he's
So in a way, that was a play on that thing. In this film, he uses props to make himself taller. I laughed out loud when I saw that. I said, "Oh,
I was like, this guy's." It's like, there you go. You hold her mouth. You're like, oh no. I was like, I know.
What didn't you like about the film?
What did I like about the film? I think I might have been influenced by maybe some reviewers. So it's like when they said Ogrescope was heavily guarded.
Yep.
Yes.
And you get there, obviously, once you saw Nathan Fillion, you should just know that, there's no seriousness in this security at all. Yes. You just knew that, so I feel like it's not really like.
He's looking good.
He's looking good, yeah. I'm happy for him because the guy has always been.
Wait, how did he meant to be?
He's definitely in his 50s.
He's probably in his 50s,
yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah, he looks
good.
I like him.
He's always been a comic guy from from a long time.
Yeah, second as well. But just
is he not also Simon Williams in the Guardians of the Galaxy as well? Or he was on a poster as Nathan Fillion as Simon Williams. I definitely remember that.
Oh my god, that one makes sense.
It was. I remember.
I think so.
I can't remember which film it was now.
I remember.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to see what entirely like.
So it was guarded, and then they broke in quite easily.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that I felt was kind of overtly repeated was the Peter Quill trauma, which is like, okay, yes, you lost Gamora, okay. It's not like, yes, I can understand you don't get off that kind of thing. I mean, for someone who has been drinking at the beginning of the show, you can't tell him to like tune off that kind of thing. But if somebody has told you that I am not the same babe,
Yeah.
This is something I did not really like. I like.
Let me say something. So
Yeah, go on.
a few years back, I got into a discussion with, I think it was Wale,
yeah,
about it was after Infinity War, before Endgame, and I think he was like absolutely killing Peter Quill. Like, you know, Wale can be like it's stupid. And I was like, this guy, he's using humor to cover a lot of trauma in his life. Because if you remember that first Guardians of the Galaxy, when after his mother died,
Yep.
that has been on his mind. That's why I say this movie comes full circle. When by going back home, he had to stop running. That bit at the end of that movie, if you remember, where his mom is like, "Peter, take my hand," and it's Gamora stretching out to him, but he sees his mom stretching out to him after he grabs the power gem, and he's tearing apart. And he's superimposing his mom on Gamora. That has been on this. This guy is not in balance. He's not okay.
True.
So the one person, or let me not say the one person, but he spent years sleeping across the galaxy with different babes, and now he's connected with someone, and then this guy takes that someone away. There is something missing in his makeup. That's why he lost it.
I understand it, but what I don't understand is when he kept on trying to refer to Gamora, especially when he kept asking, "Don't you remember?" I found that I could not. That question was annoying me.
He's a man child.
What do you does she remember? It's not her.
Yes,
how hard is that for you to? Yeah, but that
she has the same voice. She has the same look. She has the same sass.
I mean,
he's almost trying to ginger something. I mean, now.
But the thing is that her sister has already told you that.
Fuck her sister. Let me say, I was stop this baby again.
As much as I didn't like that bit. I'm so glad that they did not make them hook up. I was scared.
It would have been horrible. It would have been horrible.
No, I felt like there's something James did in this movie that you could see was very masterful. There was a lot of misdirections in deaths and in outcomes.
Yep.
If you I don't know if they're the ones that kind of put out those things in the internet that made people feel like somebody was going to die, and at the end of the day,
the trailer
was heavy, like someone
was heavy, like I think the Peter scene of that was like screaming.
Yeah. I thought
and even when they showed him drunk, but now we realize he was drunk. And they had him when they were carrying his body.
Carrying his body out.
Yes.
That was my. So I felt like there was some intentional misdirection in that.
100%.
I think apart from all those little things, like maybe the music was too loud or too much or that. Now the thing is, for some comic accurate people, some people might feel like Drax was not jokes on Drax, but more like, which is okay. But what I didn't like was
we've had a decade of this Drax.
Of this one, so it's kind of too late for that.
It's too late.
It wasn't a problem for me. Then will I call this a problem? I'm looking at it from two parts. Adam Warlock. Yeah. Now, two parts. Two parts.
Right.
Two parts.
I've got points on this. You carry on.
Yeah. Two parts. One, for the comic accurate people, I can see how he's nerfed, underpowered, and everything, and kind of clueless. Like people felt like he wasn't properly used. It just felt like some say he could have. I mean, for me, I saw his parts. Okay, in the beginning, you come, you beat everybody. So like the persona they attached him in the beginning just came in. A Nebula came, just picked out, tossed her. Groot wrapped him, tossed him off, and next thing there was this quick intensity to soft bread kind of shift. The guy after that acting like it mentally messes with your mind. Like, okay, how do you even how Nebula snuck up behind him to stab him? I was like, really?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, but to be fair, he was focused on punching the
Nah, see,
I'm sorry. I have. I mean, I first had an issue with, but well enough, and this goes out to anybody who comes to me with any comic accuracy BS. They made a point, and that point they made in the film to me excused everything. This guy's newborn. He was a baby. His development was interrupted.
Yeah.
Funny enough, in the comics, similar happened.
Yeah, same thing.
If you have the origin, when he came out, he was clueless as well, and he lashed out unnecessarily, and he escaped. So in a way, it's actually comic accurate.
Yeah, people are just throwing comic accurate all over the internet. I'm like,
it's comic accurate to his first issue.
Yeah,
but people are comparing him to when he became the full-blown Adam Warlock.
We know him. Yeah,
that's not this is Adam Warlock in the first issue. That's what I'll say. In the first issue,
one Warlock.
Yeah, not even year one. This is like, to me, this is like day 2. Adam Warlock, you know, and who doesn't know what he's doing. Doesn't have
he didn't know anything.
Yeah. So
he didn't know anything at all.
And I thought it was powerful enough.
No, he was powerful. No, like he beat everybody. I mean, there was no. I like the fact that they didn't like. I like the fact that he came. He trashed everybody.
Yep.
And even how they took him out, it wasn't like there was this cohesive plan to take him down. It was just someone snuck up on him and stabbed him.
Yep.
Now the flip side to that is I can see another reason why he was like this in this movie. If it leaves things open if he wants to be used in another movie for whatever, whosoever wants to use him and everything. And you know, I had a feeling, and I don't know, correct. I don't know if you got this impression too, like, in as much as James Gunn had free reign in this movie, because it's Marvel, there were extremes of dark. They did not give him freedom to go, especially if you consider James Gunn's history, which is stuff like Slither, Brightburn, and things like that. You could see, like, because with the Rocket story, I feel like if you had let James Gunn be gone, like even looking at Suicide Squad, for example, you could see that even though that one was still colorful, I feel Suicide Squad is kind of even darker than this movie because they were just killing people with jokes. Like it was darker than this movie. But no, when I mean darker, like even though there were no emotions in Suicide Squad, in the Suicide Squad. There were no backstory, but in terms of things he got away with,
it was gory.
Yeah, it was gory. But I've said the mouth, like I feel like even though James always says, "Oh, like Kevin Feige gave me free reign," I still feel like there was a Marvel restriction on it.
Yeah, but I think remember, it's by restriction. First of all, this is something like age rating. This is the first Marvel movie with the fuck. Did you guys?
F-bomb, yeah, that's true.
There was that F in this. And they used a-holes and assholes.
Was it F-bomb?
It was F-bomb, yeah. Peter Quill in the car.
Yeah, when he was
talking to Nebula.
He was driving.
No, before he drove, was telling Nebula to get in the car.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think if they're already pushing the envelope with this
already
with these guys.
True.
Yeah. So I don't know how much more, or look at when they took off that mask. I was shocked.
That part. Normally you get that.
You show it. Yeah.
And even
it would just be the back of the head.
I think in the opening there was 2 scenes, but the opening scene when Adam Warlock took out Nebula and then she was putting herself back together. That was a bit. That was a bit. I was like,
oh. Then you see that stuff you spoke about now will link us to another favorite scene.
Yes,
which is the corridor fight.
The corridor fight.
I need to know how he did that cinematography. I need to know how he did it. I need to see like
sequences.
The behind the scenes. I need to see it because shooting that I follow like a little. I always watch all these VFX guys that do all those things, and I see some of all these directors' cuts and how they move those camera things. In my mind, I'm still trying to see how he did that. And the mere fact that nobody was missing in the shot, everybody was active in the shot. There was no like Mantis waiting,
everybody's there.
this person waiting. It was constant motion.
I don't even want to.
That Nebula neck break. Oh no! Once I saw that stuff, I was done. I was like, boy, I was still going. I was like, no, this is good.
Were great. All of them were great. I love the action a lot in this movie.
Yeah.
As you rightly said, that the Nebula just taking breaking shots and then
shotting.
Was excellent. One thing I do love as well is the way they portrayed Adam Warlock's power, especially not just fighting. His rain beams is because normally I think generally it tends to be very generic. I don't know what he did different here. It looked totally different, and I loved it.
Yeah.
In this one, it's almost there's one bit where they were almost like lightsabers at one point when he did it like
when they fighting with Drax. I think when I was fighting, he and Drax had against the when he Drax. He
kind of almost tuned it to like a lightsaber level. And I just like the way they portrayed his powers. I thought I'm so glad he did that, and hopefully, if they use the Adam Warlock in the future, somebody will look at this film and know, okay, this is how the space power. I won't go back.
Hopefully.
You know, I blast. Yeah, I like that.
Hopefully.
Okay, so let's hear your score. What do you want to score on this film?
4.25.
4.25.
Yeah.
No, I have no issues. I
4.25.
Why are you smiling? Why are you?
That was a shame.
4.25. I mean, I think for me, I think the reason I gave 4.25 was, the extremes that it was allowed to go. I felt like, and I think the major reason I influenced my 4.25 is because I feel like this movie is a layup for Marvel. And the next, whatever projects after this, someone has to make a reasonable dunk and keep on dunking. Because, how I put it, the next movie after this is the Marvels.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
So,
yay.
It's not, the movie's gonna be good. The movie's gonna be good. But the thing is, the movie's gonna be good and all, but I feel like it's not even, not because of the tone. Nobody's saying Marvel has to go all tug at your heartstrings. You can go the joyful route and do the same thing. But I feel like the way Gunn has closed this out, it kind of shows like, okay, if you want to have a trilogy, you can keep it to 3 and just call it a day. You don't need to keep on. I mean, like, just call it. You don't need to keep on going and going. Like, and I like the fact that this wasn't connected to anything. This wasn't connected to any. I don't. As this GOT3 is not a face anything. This is in a face on its own.
I just love the way he I was telling that, but I love the way he closed the circle in that the characters all got an end that I thought was wholesome and quite relevant to whoever they were.
Yeah.
Because Drax became a dad again to not just one daughter but several daughters.
Yeah.
Peter had to go back home to just close that loop with his granddad. And
everybody got a good,
closure.
Can I ask a question?
Go on.
About the children.
Yeah.
Were they powered? Because what the girl in the end.
I think some of them were. So I think some of them were because
I think some of them were. But
okay.
Sherlock, but I think from I think when I looked at the girl in the post-credit scene, I think she had something on.
Yeah. No,
I think she had something on.
She's Moondragon's girlfriend.
So that's sorry. What's her name?
Phyla. That's Phyla Vel. That's Moondragon's.
That's Phyla.
That's Phyla. She's with white hair. That's Phyla Vel. That's Moondragon's.
So you want to update your score?
No. that explains.
Add more.
That will explain her powers then, if that's Phyla.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't even.
Okay.
That's not comic accurate, you know that.
Okay.
But
what?
That's not comic accurate.
No, it's not. But relax now.
Okay,
how many things are comic accurate? Say that comic accurate.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
So
I did not make that connection at all.
Yeah. I mean, and I know with that kind of thing, it just shows it. And this is what makes like Gunn a little bit different from other directors in like both verses. I don't even think I'll call DC right now. Daniel, sorry. Now is the fact that looking for trouble. Yeah, it's the fact that you can tell his investment in the source material. So that I said when I said it was a layup, it's like he left things for you want to run
Somebody
with
else to
it,
pick it up.
pick it
Yes.
up, and especially the
Here's a new
legendaries.
roster. Here's a new roster.
Do whatever you want to do with
Do
it.
what you want with this. Yeah. The legendary
Star-Lord
Star-Lord will return.
Star-Lord will return. Do whatever you want to do with that. Rocket.
I mean,
Anybody that wants to contort themselves, it won't be Sean. It won't be Sean Gunn this time. It'll be somebody else. If you want to bend yourself 7 ways, go do that.
Sean might come back. Sean might come back.
No, I think he said he was done. I watched his
Really?
interviews. He said, yeah, he said this is it for him. Because that motion capture for Rocket is no cakewalk. Yeah, he's the one that does it. So he's the one that does Rocket's motion capture.
Yeah, no.
So he said he's not coming back again.
Yeah, he's not coming back for Rocket. He said he's not coming. I watched all his interviews, like all their the openings. He said he's done. And especially when his brother is in DC, he's probably just gonna weasel.
It's a paycheck. You do your this like what do
his brother can guarantee him more as weasel. You have to remember.
He will do crypto. He will go and do crypto in Legacy.
Remember also, like in the DC verse, he's gonna do animation and live. Well, hopefully he's still young enough to do the live one. In Creature Commandos, he's gonna that's what he's gonna do. He's the one that's been casted for in Creature Commandos, the animation. He's the one that's been casted for.
I'm talking about the live action. Which live action are you talking about?
I mean, when I mean like the Suicide Squad, he was Weasel. He was Weasel, yeah. So I mean, he escaped though in the movie though. So
I had an issue with that character. I like the character in Guardians. I like his whole arc.
Which one?
Sean Gunn's
Kraglin.
Is that Kraglin? Is it okay? Anyway, but I had a big issue that he's not a centurion, but he's using the arrow. That's just me being a comic gatekeeper,
accurate,
type person.
I don't love it.
But as a character, I like him.
Honestly, to me, I couldn't care less. He feels very nepotism.
Do you know what I thought? I thought he would die. Is one person I thought might die.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
But you know why?
Sorry, go on.
You know why he can die? If you notice, Gunn has already. Remember? I think I watched an interview when he was saying there was somebody he was meant to kill in 1, and I was like, this person is my friend. I'm going to keep him alive to 2, but eventually I'm going to die. He's Yondu, yeah. I was like, I said he wanted to take him out in 1. I was like, I'm just going to, I mean, I just it shows that like there are some people he's not going to kill off because they're friends, and I'm sure I feel like they're part of the Guardians that should have died this movie. He was like, you know what, all of you are my friends.
Yeah,
I'm not going to kill you.
I can't kill you. And it was that one. Did you see his wife again?
Where?
What's her name? Something Holland. The one that she was the security lady that got shot in the leg. That was like, hello. That was how.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That was how.
Really? I didn't even know this.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I thought she looks familiar, but I didn't think. Oh yeah. She's nice though.
She's nice.
Sorry,
she's good.
Guys, weird moment.
All right.
Did anybody else have the hots for that red lady?
No, she looked good. The eyes, her eyes.
She was pretty.
Yeah,
she's pretty. Her eyes. I have a thing about eyes. Her eyes were.
I don't know what it was, but I thought, oh yeah, I like you.
Oh yeah. That for your list is growing.
I thought Nebula was quite attractive in this one.
Oh yeah, she was.
Quite attractive.
Nebula. Nebula was.
Look, I think her acting is underrated.
It was very good. It was very good. Yeah.
Without being over the top, embedding her with this kind of I don't know how to describe it. I
agree with you. And
she did her part.
Yeah. There's a bit where Nebula, Drax, and Mantis are having a go on the high evil ship.
Yep.
When it's leaving the atmosphere. And Nebula was basically like, you guys are idiots, you're just clowns, useless, that you don't know anything. And like she said, Drax, you don't know anything, and you enable him, and Mantis blows up.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
All you care about is being capable. It was amazing. So that's what I mean by they're a family. And you're like, look, you can't talk, don't talk to him like that, don't call him stupid. I can't call him stupid.
She eventually called him stupid.
And she said, forget.
Yeah.
Right. So that Mantis, right? What are they? Pom Clementov or
Pom Clementov. Yeah, she's French. Pom.
I really want to know. I want to know her in real life. If she's anything at all like that character, because I got a feeling that can anybody act this good?
The Mantis is good.
The weirdness she has, and the facial expressions she puts on sometimes, it just kills me every single moment. I'm always looking out for her.
Remember that fight scene, the fight scene in Orgoscope, whereby she was jumping and just changing everybody's emotions. Yeah. There was some, remember the part she made that guy like keep dancing, like they were shooting. The guy just doing. I was like, this is pure Gunn right here. Like they're shooting. And the guy still like the floor.
I have to say, that guy's choice of dance itself killed me.
I was like, nah, that was good. She was like touching everybody. I was like, nah, it was just it was good. It was good. Like
it's a good film. I think.
The casting was. I feel like the casting for Guardian was spot on. There was nobody that was out of. Even the high-end press for her limited showing. Oh, she was good too.
DeBecky. Yes.
So who are we talking about now?
High-end press.
Aisha, the high-end
press.
Yes. Elizabeth DeBecky. Yeah, I thought she's that very tall chick in Tenet.
We're talking about that. I liked the twist they did there, where the High Evolutionary is a creator of the Sovereign.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes,
I like. Okay, makes a bit more sense.
He's actually created. Yeah, he's created societies and civilizations within the galaxy.
And the name check the Animen, which we know in the comics was created by. So
Counter-Earth,
I got that.
Yeah, I mean, even I think was it Gamora that was talking about it was all those names you just mentioned. She was telling Quill that this guy is the one that created all these civilizations and everything. It was good. I like the way, like, some people are looking for like this. I don't know. People are kind of funny. They're saying, "Oh, we didn't get a backstory," but if they added a backstory, they'll say it's too long. The movie's too long for High Evolutionary. I'm like, what else do you want to know? Does Madness need an origin? Madness does not have origin.
We had enough already. I didn't need any more for him
at all. He was just good. He created this. He's mad. That's it.
Exactly. Moving on. Yeah.
No, I think that's enough. I mean, to be honest, even if you go backstory, you spent this film was 2.5 hours. Another 20 minutes now.
Yeah, for now we didn't need that.
You have to know what to leave on the floor, on the cutting room floor.
Yeah, there was a scene like, and even at the very beginning, where they showed like Rocket before, like little Rocket, and they just showed his hands.
Yeah,
like he's reaching, and next thing the scene is gone. Like those things, just little things are just.
That was the very start.
Very tasteful, very tasteful things that like if there was any part that was going to get you, was that one scene. The next thing they moved it to when Rocket was just walking around. You could tell that something bad was about to happen, and everything. It was good. It was a good movie.
It was honestly, it was amazing. And at the very end, and I love this bit where Gamora goes back to the Ravagers.
Yes.
And they're all like happy to see her and grabbing her, like, yay, and they're like rubbing her head. And it feels like that is her family.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be the Guardians.
She's not a Guardian anymore. Yeah.
She's not a Guardian anymore, yeah.
Well, not even. She's not a Guardian at all. She's
not a Guardian at all.
But she belongs, a lazy person could have said, okay, she joins them and says, let's go on adventures together. But no, she has and I love the way the Ravagers welcomed her, like, Man, good to see you. Like,
can I?
That is, yeah.
Can I be a bit
on.
contrary? Well, not
Yeah,
contrary actually.
Yeah, go on.
In the Ravages, there was somebody who was, in my view, conspicuously absent. Is it because she's blown up? Alita.
Who, Miley Cyrus?
Yes. No, sorry.
Miley Cyrus.
Who's Alita?
Alita, wife of wife of Saka. You know Stallone. Stallone.
Yes.
Character is called Saka.
Oh,
she was.
Sorry, that was Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah. So is it because she's blown up? She's got an Oscar winner now. She can't come for this film.
No, now they went on the mission. She died and she was killed and they buried her. What are you talking about?
What mission did you go?
Why is it like I beg.
No, I feel like, but I think, but it can't be because of that though, because this movie was before Everything Everywhere. I think it was in production before
was it?
the pandemic. Was it?
Or maybe she was filming that. Maybe she was even filming that. I don't know how they overlapped. But I was looking for her and I didn't see her. I thought, oh, okay.
Honestly, I completely forgot about her.
I mean, if she had been in this movie, you just call this year the year of Michelle, though, because if she's in this movie, she's in so many projects. Like the amount of projects she's on.
This year, we could go so far and say this year is the year of Chris Pratt. I mean, he's got $1 billion movie already. And he had my favorite film this year before this, and
your favorite film before this? What, Chris Pratt?
That's killing it.
What film was that?
Super Mario Brothers.
Well, actually, you can call this the year. You can call this the year of Zoe too.
What do you mean?
No comments.
Oh,
no comments.
Avatar was this year. No,
Avatar was this year.
December.
December. Oh yeah. Okay, that's true. Well, you can still call it the year of Zoe, though.
Collect your money, your Christmas money that your grandmother. That's what James Gunn.
I mean, but Zoe is like the most bankable person. Not let me say most bankable, but right now she has she's on the money now.
She's got 6 movies that have made $1 billion. So the 2 Avatar movies, the 2 Endgame, the 2.
Pedro should go and stay in the Met Gala, Joe.
We have a comment.
You people are just so annoying. Leave the guy.
Pedro should go. He should keep wearing the shorts in the Met Gala.
Okay, guys, I'm going to show you the comments. Take this with a pinch of salt.
Oh boy.
Daniel, I think you might be right, but for all the wrong reasons.
But I read a report that there's a series that is still continuing with him. I think season 2 of Loki. That is he's still going to be. They're not recasting him in that.
Okay.
He's not being recasted in that. He's gonna.
I did hear that they were thinking of recasting with. Well, people were campaigning for John Boyega to take over as.
I beg. I'm surprised Marvel has taken this long. They were very fast in one time.
I think I think they were to do what, to cancel or to get
like to remove somebody.
It's because they have so much banking on him. They have so many movies that he will be.
I also think
they're in trouble.
I think he might also go and show them something for them to hesitate.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure.
There's
what I mean.
Okay, think about it. They've got what? They've got maybe 2 Avengers movies banking on that guy now. They've got the Loki series. It's at least $1 billion tied in on that guy. So if they're going to make that decision, it has to be. It's going to be final.
They won't rush it. It's not.
They're not going to rush it.
You want to recast him? Somebody said I was seeing somewhere. Someone said, oh, if they wanted to recast him, they should use Iwuji. I'm like, it's kind of too late for that right now. You can't just hire evolutionary him and kind him. It's not just gonna work.
No.
Yeah, go on. To me, I'll go and find some new guy.
There's bound to be someone.
There's tons of people out there. Yeah. Sometimes they go for names a lot.
Don't worry.
That is on the road. That is on the road today. No, I mean that one. I'm going to watch it. Where will I be? Will I be somewhere? I'm going to watch it opening night.
Yeah, day one.
I'll watch it day one so that I don't watch it again after that.
Okay. I think it's going to have high rewatch value.
I will say something right now.
Yeah.
I can't remember when I was last this excited
For a movie.
For a DC
movie. Yeah.
The trailers. The trailers have totally got me. If DC fail, actually, you know what? Even if they fail, it doesn't matter because we know that they're starting afresh again.
Yeah.
But I'm 100% sure in my mind, this film has got to be at least an 8 out of 10 for me, just from the trailer alone.
Okay.
But I don't like. I never liked Ezra. I never liked his Flash.
Yes.
I liked the inclusion of the old Batman. I like the inclusion of my favorite Batman, which is Ben Affleck. Okay. I love the look of that super girl.
Oh yeah, no, Sasha Calle. Oh no, she.
How would you love her look?
She's fire.
Keck sent you again.
Today, you've loved 3 people.
You loved 3 people. I feel like that was list is increasing. Like after, let me tell you, the one that still got me was when you guys were reading the Batman. I was laughing when like everybody was talking about the movie. That was like, wait, there's one more thing. Catwoman. I was like, oh my god. that was like, to be honest, if it was me, oh god, I remember that. I was like, oh my god. Oh no. But
I'm very easily pleased.
But there's something that I believe that's peculiar about like this year of like Marvel and these 2 movies, like the Guardians of the Galaxy and the Flash, is when they show the movies at CinemaCon and the reviewers came out, the people that went to watch it, what they said matched what is being said now. The movie's coming out. Yeah. Because in those other movies, like which movie was that they hyped? They hyped so much, and people are like, "I beg, this movie was But this is I think maybe it's the first for me that I'm seeing that hype is matching. Like, okay, people went to see the Flash, even those that wanted to be negative about the Flash ended up being positive at the end. You could just say when somebody wants to be a hater, like, it's a fast-paced, uneven. I'm like, you didn't even find anything to talk about. It's fast-paced. I'm like, the Flash is in a movie. Was it meant to be slow? I'm like, are you serious? Like, even that answers itself, and and everything. So I like the fact that the CinemaCon viewings and the audience scores, like they're matching.
Did we do a Flash prediction on here?
I don't think we've got to that point yet to make a prediction for Flash.
Okay. We
will have to. And
let's hold off a bit. And
so to me, just to give you a kind of something that happened to me last week. I had before, and when I say before, about pre-COVID, I had this big group of people, geeks, and I arranged the viewings for them.
Okay.
I kind of dropped off doing that over COVID, and we've not really got back to those big. I used to have like 15 people on this mailing list.
Yeah.
Over the last week, 3 people have sent me messages from this list that I've not got in touch with. Are we doing Flash? Are you bringing back the viewings for Flash? Oh, okay. All right. Okay, fine. I'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah. The last movie I went to view with you was Nonsense. Nonsense. No. Wait. The last thing we saw. The last thing we saw was it?
We saw Avatar together now.
Was it Avatar? Oh,
yeah. So unless you want to. No. Okay. Sorry. No. Quantumania was the last one.
No.
We don't speak about that.
It was Shazam.
Oh, we don't talk about that. We don't. I feel like somewhere in James Gunn's house is like, I can't wait for this year to be over.
Why?
Like, because I feel like, so if you look at how DC is marketing the Flash, and even when Gunn was talking about like the Gods and Monsters announcement, from what he was saying, you could just tell like, oh yeah, so we have Aquaman, it just ties it off. Now moving on to the other stuff, you could tell language that he can't wait. He's not going to hit.
Tired of it. Yeah,
he's tired of it.
There's just too much. Like, I mean, even Amber
What
Heard has
film?
gone to.
Do you mean Aqua Bro 2?
Aqua Bros. It's Aqua Bros, actually. It's Aqua Bros. Because the plot is he and his this feels like some anime type stuff. Talk to the brother, redeem the brother, we go on adventure together. That's yeah. That's it.
Oh,
it's Aqua Bros.
I don't know anything about the scripts. So
No, I know about I read it. It's Aqua Bros. It's Aqua Bros.
But we have to watch it now. Patrick Wilson lives in Red's neighborhood. So we have to
No, as far as I'm concerned, Aquaman 2, I'm only going there for the visuals.
Yeah, no, I'm going there to finish it off.
I love James Wan's visuals, so I'm just going there for him. I'll pay my money for James Wan. The movie, I don't care. I don't care.
Visuals is the only thing I like about the first one.
Should we do a before we round up? Should we do a
box office?
Box office, yes, for
Guardians
of the Galaxy, yes.
Yes.
So Olu, you go for.
It's not making $1 billion, 700 million.
You taking notes, Kex?
I'll say. So the opening weekend now, I think they made 210.
Are you going with 700 million? Before you
750.
I started to enter
750 for safety. 750 for safety.
Okay.
750 for safety. 750 million.
Right. Based on the fact that I've watched it twice, and based on what the cinema looked like in both times,
yes,
I'm actually saying 850 for this. I think it's going to have legs. I think.
What I think Kex is going to $1 billion right now.
No, I'm going to do smack in the middle, so 800.
Okay.
I'm going to go.
Well, we did the same. This is a good range statistically,
yes,
though. Very healthy range.
I do think it can make it. I think it's got everything to make 800. It just doesn't have that quite.
And it's also very. I would say it's even though I was very down on it in terms of overall score, I still think it has great rewatchability. Yes, because they're saying scenes even right now. I want to watch again. The action scenes, I want to watch them again. Yeah. So,
but unfortunately,
yes,
next month, June 2nd, Across the Spider-Verse drops. And that movie is going to take all the money.
Right, sorry.
Flash comes.
I'm going to say something on the podcast now.
Go ahead. 1 billion.
This 1 billion.
No. I'm not doing anything. You know me, I'm a very petty person.
Yeah, you are.
No problem. Online, people have been complaining. In MCU, they keep within MCU itself, they called that universe 616. Within MCU, they've done it twice. That liar called it 616. Mysterio.
Yeah. I was going to say Mentro. Why was I going to say Mentro?
So Mysterio called it. He's a liar, so we know we can discount that. But also in Doctor Strange, and the Christine.
Yes. Wow, good memory. I was going to say Rachel McAdams, but Christine. Yes,
Christine called it 616 again.
Yeah,
and some people online they know it's 616. So there's a big argument online. Spider-Verse. I don't know if you've seen the trailer they showed it to me when I watched God of the Galaxy.
No, I haven't watched. I did.
They threw shade at No Way Home blatantly.
Oh wow!
They threw shade at No Way, and they said that universe is called 1999. Exactly what it's called in the comics.
Okay.
So that trailer, I've not seen it online.
Who said that
in cinema?
No, I mean which character?
Miguel.
Sorry. Jamie O'Hara.
Miguel said it. Yeah, Miguel O'Hara.
Miguel.
He threw shade at Tom Holland Spider-Man. Blatantly.
Oh wow.
It was so funny.
Like there's no joy. I feel like,
So you're happy now that it is 19999.
Well, that's even you might say Sonny. Sonny's correcting the MC that no. Your universe is this number.
No.
True.
Yes.
True.
I
Don't
mean,
put mouth where it's not.
Yeah.
Sony's gonna ride this into the Spider-Verse thing very well. They're gonna ride this wave. They're gonna ride it.
I wish I not see that trailer. That trailer, if you can avoid it, avoid it. It gives a lot more away.
Good. I will. Yeah, I deliberately went into Guardians of the Galaxy about 10 or 15 minutes after the start time, just so I could miss the trailers.
Got you. Okay.
I know
they didn't even show it in my cinema.
They showed it in my cinema, and I couldn't go anywhere.
They were just showing all they showed in my cinema were like the regs, like Oppenheimer. Which other one did they show? They showed on movie.
Fast X.
They didn't even show
X.
Fast X in my cinema. I was surprised. They didn't show Fast X. They showed Transformers. A little bit a different one. The one that just came out is one they showed in the cinema.
I'm not watching it.
I don't care.
I had Mission Impossible, a very good trailer.
I didn't see my.
Yeah. It's my guy now. What do you mean? A very good trailer.
You know, sorry, Kex. This is what you want to wind me up. You now make me hate this guy. Okay. Tom Cruise. I like Tom Cruise. I like Tom Cruise. I don't like Maverick.
You better. I don't like better like him. You better like Maverick.
No. I think I when I listened to what Darko said about Maverick,
you don't like Maverick.
I'll say what Maverick did. What Maverick did. What Maverick. No. It was a good movie, but I kind of see what Darko was talking about Maverick in terms of. No. See, it brought people back to the cinemas. Yes, there was a lot of, but you have to understand, it went on nostalgia vibes. That's what's working for Mario right now.
So let me ask you a question. Have you seen Mario?
No. I don't watch on inside inconvenience of my house. I don't. I'll wait for it. I'll patient. I'll wait.
Have you seen No Way Home?
I think I have, yes.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
I think I have, yes.
What do you think you have with all the three Spider-Man?
See, the thing with me is I don't see before this Guardians of Galaxy. The last time I went to the cinema, it has stayed. I always wait.
Oh, okay.
I always wait. That's why I'm saying like it's. I think I have seen it. I probably have. I just.
Well, to be honest, if you're waiting, you might not have seen it because it's not on. It didn't go on Disney. It's not on Disney Plus.
I know. It depends on where you check, now. Anyways, but we will not talk about that.
Okay. Right, guys. Across the Spider-Verse, right?
Yes.
Okay, because we'll call you back for.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that one.
Okay, you were rounding us up. Thank you.
Yes, I think we should round up. Yes, unless there's anything, if you got anything more to say, I'm good.
No, I'm good. I'm golden. It's been a pleasure. Episode 131. Thank you so much for joining us, Carl. Thank you, Olu. You guys have been amazing.
Thank you very much,
Daniel. Thanks, Leo. And listen, guys, this is probably going to be the new format going forward. When we have a movie and we're doing a live stream,
we'll
invite our guys to drop their reviews. Daniel, you're going to be on for Flash, so
it's so weird.
Come on, lie. If you like, come on, lie. This Flash is too good, is it? We'll kick you out.
Right. So you're promising to add Daniel to this stream. Can he control himself?
Let me ask you a question. Does he control himself online?
He doesn't now.
That's right.
He's already laughing.
So you want me to go and scatter the podcast? Okay.
Okay, he asked for what he doesn't have. Daniel, nothing but love, bro. So, Flash. So, all right, guys. Say your goodbyes. Olu, you want to say goodbye first?
Yeah, I mean, thank you guys for inviting me. This is good. I've been a fan. You guys do amazing work. It's really, really great. Thank you very much.
So remember to rate, like, subscribe, NaijasGeekingOut, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and let us know what you think about the movie as well. Drop your review, drop your score out of 5 stars, and let us know if that was talking out of the other side of his face, or as always, I'm correct and I'm right, and this movie is an absolute blast. That more. What do you?
Thanks again for you guys listening to us for another week. Please, guys, don't be bullied. If you don't think this film was all of that, please put your comments everywhere. Let them know we're not a minority. Let our voice be heard.
3.25.
3.25. With my chest, I talk. So,
what did you give that? What did you give him? Sorry.
Please.
No, also, what did you give Shang-Chi?
Do not mention that film. Oh, Shang-Chi. Very good film. Higher than this.
Higher than this? Nah.
I love Shang-Chi. That Shang-Chi had wife number 75 in it.
I knew it.
Right, guys. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you later.